Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to SevTech Ages. So, since last episode, you can tell we're not at our house. It's out in that direction. I haven't lost it. I've just been out kind of wandering around, looking around. I did see a jungle biome. It appears to be a jungle biome. It was across some water, and I was only able to see the edge, but judging on the color of the grass and the trees and stuff like that that were over there, I'm thinking it was a jungle biome. Okay, now this little structure here that I'm standing on, I wanted to bring you guys in really quick. I've been out wandering around, and those big skeletons that you find that are made out of bone blocks, I went ahead and grabbed up a full stack of those. Because these, we'll be able to use these in a little bit with the grindstone to make bone meal. And then with the bone meal, we can make our very own farming blocks, farmland with dirt. So instead of having to trade with a villager, I figure we'll go that route. Now these little structures down here, they're not dangerous, and they're pretty common. There's one there, there's one here, there's actually one, you can't see it, but it's right over there. I haven't hit it up yet. There's one over there. I was scared of them at first, so I didn't go near them. But they have a firefly. Well, we can't actually use this. Can I put it down by chance? Nope. You drop the firefly jar. Okay, we're gonna have to hold on to that for now. But they have 4 torches in them, so it's just an easy way to get those little tiki torches. So I'm just kind of waiting for the sun to come up. There's also a village, so I'm hoping we can find a cartographer. And I do have the items with me to get that. So anyway, I'm just kind of exploring. I wanted to bring you guys in to show you this little structure. Also, there is hardened clay over in that direction. We have a lot of really great biomes out where we're at. Especially if that jungle turns out to be a jungle. I mean, and we have dark oak near where we live. We have acacia, we have birch, we have oak, we have spruce. So I think we've nestled into kind of a really nice spot. So anyways, I'm just kind of waiting on the sun, so I'll be back here in just a bit. Okay, there's a librarian villager here. So for 10 ink sacs and a feather, they will sell us, or 4 feathers and an empty antique atlas. There we go. We'll go ahead and snag that. We'll throw the eggs down. I don't really need them. Okay, so now we finally have our antique atlas. Look at that. And we can add markers. We can delete markers, hide markers, export images. Awesome. Awesome stuff. So now, I guess technically we kind of have like a little mini map feature. It's no journey map, but it's definitely going to help us a lot. And I'm still kind of looking for a Darklands biome. That's why I originally set out. Much farther, I am going to have to go home. I'm still going to be able to find the way home, but I need to not go too much farther out. Because I am starting to get pretty far away. Like, if you hit F3, you can actually see... Oh, let me find it here. From spawn, at the bottom there on the left, you can see right now we're about 2,400 blocks away from spawn. Now, where we're actually living is about 1,700 blocks from spawn. So you can tell we've actually came a decent ways. Hey, what's this? Zinc cluster. Okay, that means there's a zinc vein under the ground here somewhere. I'll throw the cactus down because I've actually got plenty of cactus near where we live. I'm not that worried about it. But we'll hold on to the zinc cluster. There's not really, I don't think, much that we can do with this yet. Not for a little while, but eventually. I guess I'm just going to cross this river over to this hardened clay area. I'm really happy that we got the antique atlas, though. That's going to help out. Or it's not hardened clay, it's red sand. But I was thinking it was a clay biome from a distance, but that's fine. Oh, by the way, I did get salt and also speared a fish. Like, hold right-click to throw the spear. I did that just between episodes. I was out wandering and I found a little riverbed with some salt in it, so I went ahead and grabbed that because we're going to be using that today. So, anyways, I'm probably going to start making my way back over to the house. It's off in this direction. I would like to find a Darklands biome, but it may take us a little while since I didn't. That's one of the few biomes that we don't have easy access to at the moment. Okay, I managed to get back right as it was getting dark. So, perfect timing. Awesome timing. Okay, so, anyways, I did add another chest, and I lit up a bit more. I think I crafted another, I don't know, maybe 15 torches or something like that. I now have 24 totem torches from that little excursion because of those little structures. So, I'm probably going to use these just to light it up a little bit. Especially this area back here along the water. I would like to get this all lit up. Okay, it's a bit more lit up now, which is good. Okay, so our antique atlas, let's go ahead and we're going to make a marker. So right here is where we live. So let's put a marker right there, and we're going to say home, and we'll put this little bed marker. So right there is home. Okay, and that way we can always find it. I mean, you're going to have to like scroll around with this, but it does help. It helps to have some form of a map. Because I'm actually wanting to make a raft today, like fairly soon. So let's go ahead. I got these sunflowers. I'm going to go ahead and put these down. Like I said, I'm trying to collect all like the flowers, the 2-block tall flowers, just so that we have access to them. And the first thing that I want to make today is I want to make the grindstone. I know my inventory is not great. I'll sort that out in just a second. And we're going to want just the standard hand grindstone, which is just 6 stone and sticks. Let me get some cobble smelting up really quick. But one thing I would like to get today is maybe better chests. Like those would really come in handy for us. Let me go ahead and just open all these up. Okay, we got our smooth stone that we need. And let's go ahead and just lay this out and get our grindstone. And there we go. Grind it achievement. And we'll just set this up like right there. And then what we can do, I believe, no, cotton is the blade tool. But this bone block, we can add that in there. And then we can just hold right click. And there we go. We got ourselves 9 pieces of bone meal. And then what we can do is we can combine that with our dirt. And this way we can bypass the need for trading with villagers. And we can get ourselves a bit of farmland. So there's 9 pieces of farmland. Easy enough. Those bone blocks, if you find those like big skeletons out there, they're quite handy. Okay, and then now that we've got that, of course, we're going to have to set this up next to the water. So let's just, we'll just pop down here. And actually, before we place that down, there's an achievement or an advancement for that. Like these two, we've done both of these now. But we need to make the blade, which I need the blade for some other stuff anyway, so we might as well go ahead and make it. The flint work blade, it's 4 flake flint, sticks, and plant twine. And there's 11 flake flint. And let's go ahead and get ourselves our work blade. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, so advancement made. Working for the weekend and lost but now found are done. Have we not gotten this one? Learn the basics of farming from a farming villager. Trade by trading for farmland. Farmland cannot be tilled by a hoe in age 0. Maybe we have to trade with the villager, which the one I found wanted bone meal for it. So, yeah, I may actually have to trade with them to get the actual advancement. That's fine. But we can go ahead and dig this stuff up and put down our farmland. I'm just going to put it down here by the water. This should be perfectly fine. There we go. Now we have a little area for farming. And I've been collecting up a few different little seeds, and I do think I want to plant cotton, because that's going to be a good source of string for us early on. And then I guess we're going to plant wheat as well. Yeah, because I'd like to get some cows fairly soon, so that we can start getting meat and leather. I've got enough wolf stuff for right now, but long term I wouldn't mind having, you know, maybe cows for leather. And well, they give hide, but use it to make leather. Okay, so anyways, we've got a little bit of farmland going now, and then the next thing I want to do is I want to, this cotton right here, if we take it with a work blade, we can get string. So there's a little bit of that, and I'll tell you what, let me get a little bit more bone meal actually. And now we can express grow our cotton. And we'll get just a little bit more string here. And that means now we can craft ourselves a raft. Because I'd like to explore the water a little bit. Because I really want to get that Darkland. I want to find a Darklands biome. Not even so much for the dark gem at the moment, but more so for the wood. And then we'll get some saplings, bring them back, and we should be good. Because I want to make the advanced chests. Oops. There we go. We got ourselves an oak log raft. Okay, and before we go out, I do need to do something with this inventory situation because it's pretty bad at the moment. Yeah, by the way, there's the salt. I have almost like a stack and a half of salt at the moment. So we've definitely got a bit for later on whenever we start using that. And by the way, the Antique Atlas has to stay in your hotbar. So, just a heads up. Okay, we should be all sorted now, and we can head out exploring, I'd say. Okay, so basically this works like a boat. It's a little bit faster, or a little bit slower, I mean, and it's a little bit less durable. But we can go out sailing with this. And it should have enough durability. I mean, I'm hoping. I did see sharks out in the water. Yeah, there's one right down there. And so now that I think about it, we probably need to stay kind of close to the shoreline, just in case. Like, we haven't died yet, and I really don't want to die. Maybe I should have made the bed. I want to make some leather to make a bed. Well, a tipi or a portable sleeping bag. Both of those are available to us at the moment. But we're going to have to get into processing leather. But I really want to make a better chest before we start processing leather. Don't notice any sharks, please. And something about being out here in just a raft is kind of scary within this pack for me. Yeah, see, there's nice jungles over here. Oh, that shark is like all after us. Oh my gosh. Those sharks are really after us. There's a village over there, but luckily I'm not looking for a village anymore. So I don't know if these sharks are going to break the raft. Like, I don't know if that's a thing. Like, can they do that? Because that would be terrible. They seem to be chasing me at the moment. Okay, I really don't want to go into the swamps, because that's like the best place to like break boats, is the swamps. Oh, look at that. He is like... Both of them are like after me at the moment. But they don't seem to be like damaging the raft or anything. But I know if I go in the water, I'm going to be dead. So I want to stay kind of close to the shore just so I have some sort of a fighting chance if we do fall in there. Luckily, we're not too far from our base. We have to kind of go around this ocean. But I could make it back here if something goes south. You know, I could pull it off, but... I'm just hoping that we can spot a Darklands from this ocean because it's fairly large. I kind of regret not going and getting a sapling from that Darklands biome, like, that we spotted, like, right out the gate over near spawn. Okay, I did find a Guardian Temple, which I went ahead and marked on our map. So... Oh! Nope. That startled me so much. You have no idea. No idea whatsoever. Alright, let's get away from that. But anyways, for later on, if we need it, we know where it's at now. That's good. Okay, you'll notice that my XP bar is gone. I died. But that death was not my fault. It was my very first death. And what happened was, and just a heads up for this, I was sailing across the ocean, and all was good. I was actually coming back towards home. I was about... I guess I was about in here-ish, somewhere around in here, and the server restart message came up, so I had like 30 seconds, and I was like, no, like, I hope nothing, because I know some, like, mounts and stuff you'll get dismounted on, and I wasn't sure how the raft would react to that, so I was like right in here, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to run home, but I only made it to like about right in here, I guess. I still couldn't even see the shoreline, and so then the server restart happened, and I just went over and I was doing a bit of editing, and I came back and I logged back on, and it was a little bit after the server restart, but because I was rendering some footage, but I came back and I had been dismounted from the raft, and I was just floating in the water, and a piranha was on top of my raft, like, and he was on top of it riding it, so I couldn't get on the raft, and he was like flopping around. And then all of a sudden, like, about 5 seconds later or so, he jumped off and started biting me. So I was, like, stabbing him with a spear, you know. And right as he died, I noticed that my raft was sinking to the bottom of the ocean. Which is strange because, like, right now, nobody's on the raft and it's not sinking. But for some reason, when that piranha jumped off of there, the raft just sunk. Like, it was still the raft form. It wasn't, like, item form. It was just a raft and just sinking to the bottom of the ocean. So, I ended up creative mode getting back over to my stuff, because that was totally not my fault. Because I was like, okay, I killed the fish, you know, and I was bobbing through the ocean, and I got to where I could kind of see land. I was like right out in there, and I could kind of see land, and then I noticed there was a shark coming after me. And of course, I noticed it. I mean, those sharks hit like a truck. He two-shot me. So, yeah, and that's what actually killed me. It wasn't the piranha. I killed the piranha, but the shark is what killed me. Hammerhead shark. So anyways, just a heads up. Technically, I've died, but I don't consider that an actual death. It was a server restart problem. I didn't know. I only had 30 seconds to like find a safe place. So, but anyways, I did float around for a while. You'll notice I actually found there's 3 guardian temples marked. And there's actually like 2 more over here. I just didn't go close enough to really get an accurate marking. And honestly, I think 3 on marked is good. But I was floating around for about an hour and a half or so, floating around out there. Still haven't found a Darklands biome. I'm going to go out and do a bit more exploration soon. But the fact that death, it got me thinking, what if we have an actual death? Because if I have an actual death, it's like my fault. I'm not going to fly back to my stuff. So I need to sort out a spawn point. And we can actually do that. There's 2 things here. There's the tipi from Totemic, and there's the sleeping mat from Cyclic. And Cyclic, it can set the spawn point. You'll notice right-click to toggle, and you can set spawn point using the sleeping mat. So either one of these would be good. I think this one takes thatch, which is just manual chopping block, but wet thatch, fresh thatching, rush stems, rush tips. Oh, that's that rush stuff. We've actually got some of that. But the TP just requires leather. It takes a little bit more leather, but it only requires leather. And I actually think it's kind of cool to have a little TP. So I think that's what we're going to go with. But we have to make leather, and leather is super involved within this pack. So to make leather, we're going to have to dry wet tanned hides. And wet tanned hides, we get those with dried hides, ground resin, and fluid bladder. Dried hides is salted hides that have been dried for 2 minutes. And then to get the salted hides, we need to combine salt and fluid bladder with a rawhide. And rawhide is made with our blade that we got. And then we can use pretty much any kind of leather pelts, which I have wolf pelts. So we're going to go with those. I have 6 of them right now, and a TP is 5. That'll be fine. I wish I had a couple more, but... Oh, it makes 2 at a time, though. Okay. Well, there we go. There's 12 rawhides. And then we'll combine that with salt and fluid bladder, which we're going to have to make one of these, and there's a quest for it right here. No buckets, use a fluid bladder to craft with. So, let's get that. It requires 2 brown dye or dung. And then plant twine, ink sacks. Dung is brown dye powder. How can we make this? Cocoa beans. Grind up tumbleweeds. Manzanita bushes. Or cocoa beans. Do I have any manzanita bushes? I don't know. I've got a bunch of bushes in here, but I don't think I have any manzanita. Oh, let's see. I know where a jungle is. It's a long ways away. They're like across the ocean, and right now I'm actually kind of scared of going over the ocean in case there's like a server restart or something. I don't want to die. I think this is manzanita bush. Oops. Yeah, that's manzanita bush. Okay, but I'm going to need 2 of these. So, I don't know. Do I have any of these lying around over here by chance? I don't see any. I just need 2 because it's not going to consume the fluid bladder. It just uses the liquid that's in it. So let me see if I can find another manzanita bush. Oh, got some armor. Just some dinky little leather armor off that zombie, but it'll work for the time being. Okay, here's our other manzanita bush. Awesome. In the world. I don't know, I've been hearing explosions a lot, like randomly. There's an anti-pig. There's another anti-pig. I don't know what's the explosions are from. It almost reminds me of there was that one mod that used to be a thing, and it would pop up in packs all the time, and I would just like disable it. Like if I was playing single player, I would disable it, and it's the meteor mod, and that's what it makes me think of. But I don't think it's meteors. It's just I keep hearing explosions, and I don't know what it's from. It's kind of scary. Okay, let's get these bushes broken down, and then everything else, the twine and the ink sacks, we've got those. Kind of wish I could like just grab one of these. But once we find a Darklands biome, we'll be able to make like chests. Okay, so it is, for this, it is plant twine on the bottom. And then we'll put our brown dye right there and our ink sac. Grab our crafting rock. Whoops. Lighter than nothing. Okay. Apparently, those crafting tables break after so long. Let's see, to make another one of those, it was, actually it's just a bunch of wood, isn't it? Chopping block and oak wood. There we go. Yeah. Apparently they do break after so long. But anyways, we got our fluid bladder, and that completes that advancement there. Craft a primal core wooden barrel to hold liquids. Ooh, that might be kind of useful, actually. What does it take to make that barrel? Okay, that's actually not hard to craft at all. Let me do that real quick. And there we go. There is our oak barrel of bodies. Okay, so there's our salted hides. And then what we need to do is we need to make drying racks, and these are just standard craft. So it is going to take a minute because I'm going to craft up quite a few of these drying racks. Okay, so then the drying rack is just like that. And I've got enough slabs here to make quite a few of these. And right now I'm on the server with Garlic in Your Eye, Hamil Birakin, and Cropter at the moment. Okay, so there's 7 drying racks. And I guess for right now, I'm going to put these... I don't know if I want to put them underground, or maybe down here. Just because they'll fit nicely down here. Just temporary. See, there was another explosion. I don't know what that is. Like, it's always like off at a distance, like random explosion. I'm just going to kind of clean up this floor here, and we'll just lay the drying racks out like this. And toss our salted hide up, and I got to let this stuff dry for a bit. It's going to take a couple minutes to do, and then I'll put the second batch up there once that's done. I mean, we're not terribly far from getting the leather, because it's, after that, the wet tanned, yeah, once it's dried, then we have to tan it. Let's see, more fluid bladder. Like, we have to dry it and then wet it again, and then dry it again to make leather. But then we're going to need ground resin, which we can make in a millstone, which this stuff, yeah, we can actually, this stuff's really easy to make. We're going to need 12 of these altogether. So what I can do is I can just take this wood and combine it together with our work blade and get the bark. So, and we get stripped logs from it. I love it. I love this pack, like, so much already, because like this Stone Age feel of it is so good. It's so much fun. Just putting a little bit of water in our barrel so we have some up here in case we need it. Okay, there we go. Our hides are starting to get dried. So go ahead and pull these off and add some new ones on there. And then we just have to go back down and do the whole bladder craft again. This time using the bark and the hides, because we have to wet these down as well. Oh, you know what? I have to grind up all this bark, though, before I can do that. Almost forgot this stuff has to be ran through the millstone. So let me mill all this stuff up. That's going to take just a minute to do. I can't wait till we get an automatic millstone. Oh, but it does craft 2 at a time. So I actually guess I don't have to make that many. Okay, so now we got 12 ground resin. And then we can go craft this stuff up. So fluid bladder, dried hide, ground resin. Okay, and this leather's done. I'm going to go ahead and hang up this wet leather that we just made and get the last of this stuff crafted up. And then we have to wait like another 2 minutes, roughly, I think. And then we'll get our first bits of leather. So I'll be back here in just a bit. Okay, I went ahead and filled up our water barrel too. But our leather is done. Leather, rinse, repeat. And then we'll just go ahead and hang up this bit of leather. We've got a little bit more than what we need, but that's perfectly fine. It's actually good. Okay, and then we can craft ourselves an ender sack. Let's get that. No, I'm totally kidding. Our bed, our tipi, is what I want to make. So, sticks and leather, just like that. And there we go. There is our TP, out of the weather achievement. And our advancement. And let's see. Where are we at on advancements? Oh yeah, and then we have to make a lead, which means we could probably make the horse-powered grindstone. Haha. Definitely want to get that soon. Okay, well let's put our TP down. We'll put it right here. No, actually, I don't want it. I don't want it like right there. In fact, let's put it right here. This is going to be our little teepee area. And then we can go to sleep right here. Oh, but... yeah, we're not going to be able to sleep, though. That's fine. Okay, well, at least we have a bed. So, when there's less people online, we can sleep. That has to be, like, the coolest bed ever, too. Like, we get a teepee. I love it. Oh, we got, this guy. Abyssal Zombie. Coming over from the Abyssal Swamp over there. But I need a Darklands biome. That's what I need. And I went ahead and filled this drum up with water. Okay, so that leather cordage. This is 3 leather strips. Oh, okay. We gotta cut down our leather to get leather strips. And then we can combine that with 2 strings, which is just cotton. Well, actually, I've got 1 string right there, but there's 3 strings. And then if we combine 2 of those and our leather strip... Oh, wait, no, wait, we need a leather cordage, which the leather cordage is... So it is 3 pieces of string altogether, plus 2 more string. And now we can get our lead. Aha! Okay. Oh, we're getting towards like some really cool stuff at this point. Okay, well I'll tell you what, I need more cotton to make more string, to make more leads, to make the horse grindstone. Then we'll have to get a horse, but I think I really want a chest. So I'm gonna go continue looking for a Darklands biome before my inventory gets out of control. I mean, I've already got 4 chests here filled up with stuff. So I'll be back here in just a bit. Hopefully I'll find a Darklands biome. If worse comes to worse, I can just travel down to the south. I know eventually we'll hit a Darklands biome, and we have an atlas now, so it's a little bit easier to get back. And we should have a spawn point set. I should think. Well, I hope. Unless I actually have to successfully sleep on here. I'm not for sure, but... Anyways, I'll be back here in just a bit. Okay, I ended up running all the way back to just about spawn. We're 240 blocks from spawn. Since I knew there was a Darklands biome over here, I was like, okay, I need this stuff, so went ahead and just made the trek. Let's get... The main thing I want to get right now, we do need a Abyssal gem eventually. I don't really have a ton of use for it right this second. But if we come across some of the mobs, I wouldn't mind killing them towards maybe getting that Abyssal gem. Okay, it's nighttime right now. I ended up getting 41 Darklands oak wood, and I got a sapling as well. Now, I would like to see if maybe we can fight some of the monsters. We need the shadow monsters. And I have no inventory space at the moment, but that's okay. Ooh. I will take those. And those. Now we're wearing full leather armor. Ha! I see a creeper. Okay, there's a medium-sized one chasing me. Not quite what I'm looking for, but still better than a small one. And I think the best way for us to take him out is just to pop right up here. There's another one. That looks like a big one, though. I think. No, it might be just a shadow monster. These guys have so much health. Okay. And I'm going to have to throw some stuff down. I'm going to throw down... yeah, come over here. That's one of the big ones. We could get lucky right here. Shadow Beast. We could get really lucky right here and get what I'm after. So we got a Shadow Gem Shard right there. Hey. Whoa! That's not normal, is it? Oh, man. I don't remember them doing that. Okay. This is what we're gonna do. It's not really well protected at the moment. Let me put up some cobble here. Oh man, he's just like spraying that stuff everywhere. Just kind of hide down in here, I guess. Oh my gosh, when he starts shooting that stuff, it hurts so bad. I think he's like right above me right now. Luckily, we've got plenty of berries. Oh, there he is. Back down into the hole. Let's actually open all this up a little bit. I might be able to get him from down here. Okay, I'm getting some damage on his feet right now. No, come back. Come back. Come back. Come back. Don't go away. There we go. Ha-ha. Alright. Awesome. Okay, so that is done. That is done. Which it doesn't lead to anything, so. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to head back home. Which we've got a long trek ahead of us, but we got 2 Shadow Gem shards out of that too. That's nice. That is really, really good luck. Okay, and that at least knocks that out. Like I said, I don't think we have anything at the moment that we need that for, but it was an advancement that we needed to get, so. Okay, home sweet home. And there's my cocoa beans. They're all growing. All growing nicely at the moment. Okay, so now what we can do, let me put up a couple things here just to make up some space more than anything. Because I pretty much have like no space at the moment. Okay, let's cut down some of these dark wood oak planks, or oak wood, I mean. That puts us at 10. That'll be good to start with. And then let's take a look at our chests. The primal chest. We can now craft this. It does require a standard chest, so I am going to... there's 3 there. And we'll go ahead and get ourselves a standard chest. And then that goes in the middle. And then we need 4 planks, just standard planks. So I'm just going to cut down a little bit more of this wood. And that goes right in there. And then we have our Darklands planks. Okay, and then there we go. There is our storage upgrade. Oops. Okay. Oh, they don't have the quest here for the next tier. This chest has a few slots in it. Not a lot, but it does act like a regular chest. And then what we can do is, a while back, didn't we make extra bark? Okay, maybe we didn't. Let me go ahead and take this oak wood, and we'll run it with our work blade and get some bark. And then what we can do is that 4 of those with a chest gets us the next tier of chest. So that and that. And there we go. Primal chest advanced. And now this one, let's see, where do we want to put this? This one has a little bit more slots. Still not a ton of slots, but even still, now we have a chest that we can access without having to like pick through everything. I still like these chests. They're a really cool idea. Which means I can finally put up those bugs in a jar that I've had in my inventory. And let's see. I'm also going to... I'll tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and just... all this stuff. Because I'm just going to upgrade these chests now. There we go. And then our 4 bark. It's so nice to get to a point where we have a chest that is a little bit easier to sort, basically. These are quite a bit easier to use. Okay, but anyways, I know it's about wrapping up point for this episode. So next episode, of course, we're going to continue on. We're going to start getting into some horsepower. We still have not made tomahawks. We will at some point. And we still need to try with the villager to get teach the man to farm stuff. But next episode, I would really like to get a horse. I'd like to get into horsepower, which means, ooh, horse carts. That could be interesting. But I do want to get the horse-powered cutter and the grinder and some of that stuff. And we start getting into rituals, I think. And a sleeping bed. Okay, but anyways, next episode we'll continue on with that stuff. I'll start working on that stuff a bit. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay up to date with when new videos come out. I hope you guys are enjoying this series so far. I'm having a blast with this pack, honestly. And I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe. I'll see you guys then.